Here you hear the ambassador also slightly confounded of where these guys emerge from, who is supplying them, indications from the United Nations and reports that they could be supplied by regional forces. What are you hearing?
Well, it's a really complicated context there, Chris. First of all, I'd like to say that these troops of M23 come from border communities. And because they come from border communities, they'll have relatives on one or either side of the border or both. Now, this further complicates a situation when you talk about recruitment, for example. We know that there's been a massive recruitment drive taking place, and this has taken place in the DRC. As we've read from the UN report that some of that also took place in Rwanda. Yeah. We hear that some of this recruitment is forced and some of it is voluntary. But indeed, I would agree with the ambassador that they are well-equipped, well-trained, and as we've seen in the various skirmishes that they've had with the FARDC, that their tactics have changed.
And what are we hearing about that, David? If then they are well-equipped and they do seem to have some kind of command and control structure, what is that command? What is that control? Okay, we must first remember that these are soldiers. They've been soldiers for the last decade or so, most of them, or at least a good part of the high command and the middle command structures. They've rehatted and retooled over the years. Yep. They started off as members of some rebellion. Banyamulenge became members of the AFDL, became members of the RCD, became members of the CNDP, and now M23. That is to say that, one, these are hardened military troops. So we must not look at them as a ragtag group of rebels coming out of the bush.